I'm James Heaney, and this is Brief News Brief. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brief News Brief has some sad, untrue news to report. Over the weekend, there was a terrorist attack in Sweden that didn't happen. Combined with the Bowling Green massacre, that's the second terrorist attack our president has warned us about that is completely untrue. Please be safe in these fake times. Thank you. Now back to actual news. Well, it's actually more jokes and opinion, but you get the real point, right? So why is Trump making so much stuff up? Sadly, there's enough actual bad stuff going on in America that he has plenty to talk about. The unemployment rate is 42%. Holy crap, that's almost, hold on. Oh, wait, actually, no. I'm being told that that's just what Trump said. The actual number is about 4.8%. But it is true that the government spending is out of control. Just this month alone, taxpayers were on the hook for an additional $11.3 million. I mean, what? How is he not talking about? Apparently, that's from Trump's 3 trips to Mar-a-Lago and his son's business trip. So it makes sense that he wouldn't want to bring that up. I wouldn't bring that up. Plus, to Trump, taxpayer money is chump change. Literally. It's money coming from chumps. But wait, what about the fact that 9,000 people gathered in Florida, which is one of the largest gatherings of people ever, on Saturday, to hear an FBI-confirmed racist bully? Actually, well, I'll take that back. Well, not take it back so much, but it ends up that was Trump. They were there to listen to the president. Well, so much about America. You want to be really scared? I mean, really, really scared? Do you want to hear about what's happening in the Middle East right now? In Saudi Arabia. I'll tell you what. Comic-Con. It can't be real, right? Oh, actually it is. Comic-Con. So I guess, yeah, that's what's happening in Saudi Arabia. They're having their first Comic-Con ever. Oh. So let's take a look and show some pictures. Wow. This looks incredible. Rumor has it, Grandmaster Pycelle and Tywin Lannister from the Game of Thrones were there. Now, I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know if they're alive or dead, but I think it's pretty cool for them to show up in Saudi Arabia for a Comic-Con either way. Okay, I have one last thing, and it better scare the crap out of you. Are you ready? Are you sitting down on a toilet? Because the crap's coming out of you when you hear how scary it is. But first, I need to preface this with a little history lesson about last week. On February 14th, the National Security Advisor to the President, Mike Flynn, was fired because of possible illegal collusions with Russia, severing some pretty big possible Russian dealings. The next day, and here's where it gets scurry, the next day, a high-tech Russian spy ship started patrolling 30 miles off the coast of a Connecticut naval base. Meanwhile, the Kremlin state-sponsored news has stopped its favorable reporting on Trump and have started to turn on him. This has got to be a joke, right? I'm being told that there's no joke and that I'm actually not even wearing an earpiece. It turns out I should probably get one of those corkscrew Q-tips because there's a bunch of... It's all good. Anyways, you should legitimately be ready for some shit to go down because it's going to happen for real. Buckle up, crash test dummies, because we're going on a brief news briefing wild ride. Russian ambassador to the United Nations died suddenly today. He was 64 years old. So it's possible he died suddenly of natural causes, but we won't be able to help ourselves but wonder, since it's a Russian, if he was suddenly dead from an assassination. Russians are preparing a dossier on Trump's mental state in advance of the first official face-to-face meeting between Putin and Trump. I can save him a lot of time by handing him a manila folder that says "Totes Crate" on it, because that's the sum of his mental state. Now, Mike Pence has told NATO that they must increase spending by the end of 2018 or else. I don't know what "or else" means, but I guess it means we're not going to work as hard or protect people. Maybe drop out of NATO? Scary "or else" to hear. Mad Dog Mattis says that the media is not the enemy of the people and there are no plans to steal Iraq soil. But in my interpretation of this, there's also a chance that perhaps we'll just take that oil on a whim. It could just be, what happens.
British Parliament is debating Trump's visit, and a Stop Trump petition is being considered.
So basically what's going on is there's a vote happening because they think it's beneath the Queen to entertain an Oompa Loompa at the kingdom. I don't know. Business owners are firing immigrants who participated in last Thursday's Day Without an Immigrant. Well, that's interesting. They must have liked that vacation so much they wanted it to keep going. We'll see how well they do now. Thousands are protesting around the country on Not My President's Day, which I find okay, but President's Day is the very most important holiday to me. I typically celebrate each of the 45 presidents on that day, and now I don't know when I'm going to, so maybe tomorrow will be my President's Day. The president is working on a new executive order this week to rewrite the travel ban, which I think is going to go about as well as the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird. The panda cub is flying first class to China. There was a cute baby panda born in America, and we're sending him to China so they can get laid and have more baby pandas. So it's first class, right? What if I was to tell you you were flying first class to China, and when you showed up to the airport, you noticed that you were flying first class on a FedEx plane? It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Yeah, we're FedExing this panda first class.
Fake news is dominating the headlines and is unsettling enough. But an injustice that brought a tear to this reporter's eye? Fake brews. Walmart is currently being sued for creating an illegitimate craft brewery aptly named Trouble Brewing, which turns out is a brewery in Costa Rica named a WX brand. It doesn't have the same ring to it, but it's mass-producing beer under the guise that it was brewed under the consideration to craft standards, which are being at least 25% owned by a craft brewer while making fewer than 6 million barrels a year. These qualifications clearly do not characterize Walmart. Now, Walmart's wanting to cash in on the high demand for craft beer. This is the same store endorsed by the Jeff Foxworthy fan club, which saw an already crowded marketplace dedicated to master brewers and decided to address a concern that very few beer lovers probably had. They thought the people were thinking, I wish Walmart could make that perfect IPA at rollback prices. Definitely an odd move for a company known for selling products in high volume at discounted prices. Making beer is no easy task, even more so if you can't align it to your business model to justify the costs. I mean, how else could this poor company make a profit from beer sales if they can't sell family-sized 84 packs of pale ale for Labor Day? I mean, give Walmart a break. Consumers involved in the lawsuit are demanding compensatory damages for being duped into buying a beer. They also want a pinky promise from Walmart so they won't tell their friends that they bought Walmart brand beer, because, you know, that's embarrassing. It's pool tally time. Are you a dog lover? Yeah, we are. The vote's out and in, and we are dog lovers. Do you subscribe to PewDiePie? PewDiePie? Turns out, yeah. And on top of that, we've gotten some comments that maybe PewDiePie isn't particularly a racist. And I don't know for sure. I didn't check the footage if I called him a racist. But I think that what I said was he habitually does racist things. He says racist things. I think I can stand behind that. But more so, the big argument I was making is that I might be jelly, not saying I am, but definitely I don't want to hear his stupid voice or see his stupid face. But we are PewDiePie subscribers. The vote is in. And next, do you like Mnuchin? It's better than Bruce Campbell's. Now, I don't know if this vote really helped us with anything, but we did find out that Mnuchin is better than Bruce Campbell's. Here are the new polls for you to flex your democracy. If flying to space were affordable, would you take a trip? Have you ever flown first class? And would you serve Walmart brand craft beer at a party?
This is something I wouldn't want to do, but I would say, Vladimir, don't do it. Let's go. Come on, we're going to have a good relationship. don't do it.